Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. They'll start with the option. And some room to work. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Brought down on the play by Amani Hooker. The Patriots at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
That one, 28 yards on the ground. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Drew. And this is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here. Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Moore, the man in motion. Now Hall to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Foxborough to capture the season series.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Wilson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Ashton Davis.
He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
To throw on 3rd down. Drew, he finds his man, Sky Moore. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So what a call there. They get 9 on the fake punt and a first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for them.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Drew, quick throw, finding Mike Evans. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw again. He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Pats are once again back in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wilson. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. That's swung out wide to Harris. He's up to the 20 and all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. A good pickup there on 20 yards.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They go play action here on 1st down.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Drew. It's brought in by Harris. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Drew airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Throwing on 1st down. Drew. Flush to his right.
This one is caught. It's Moore.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Operating from the gun. Drew. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I's, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll run the option left, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Drew. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Wilson. Flushed out right. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. There's Wilson to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Moore. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
On first and 10, it's Hall. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Up the middle they go. Robertson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will put them on top here in the third. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Drew. And this one complete to Smith.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Operating from the gun. Drew eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is...
And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there. On 1st and 10, Drew. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th-quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 70 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Now a dump off here complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw on 3rd down. Drew.
finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And some room to maneuver. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. 34 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. An option handoff given to Harris. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Now this throw caught left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Mike Evans, 41 yards. And the Patriots look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game up. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review. So they had it right. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
On 3rd down, Drew. Oh, and this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Wilson gets this to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 19.
Off the play fake. Drew.
And he'll find Pittman.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
He was looking for Michael Pittman that time.
And now it's 2nd down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Every eye in the stadium fixated on Rodrigo Blankenship.
With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And it'll be a good time in the Back Bay tonight. The Patriots have won the football game.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter.